today we're going to look at Chapter 3, Lesson 5, Multiplying Decimals. How do we multiply decimals? Well, it's very easy. First, you multiply like you normally would, ignoring the decimals. Then once you get your final answer, count how many places over, starting from the right going left, each number has, and then place the decimal that many places over in the answer. Okay, for example, we're going to look at the traditional method, and I'll also complete this using lattice, because some of you, I know you use the lattice method, some of you use traditional. So in your notes, if you use the traditional method of multiplication, just write these for your work using traditional. If you use lattice, then just show the work using lattice. So our first example is 0.2 times 0.6. So using traditional methods, we're going to write 0.2 times 0.6. So, first step was just to ignore the decimals. So I'm going to multiply like normal. I have 6 times 2 is 12. 6 times 0 is 0, plus the 1 is 1. Have my 0 for my placeholder. 0 times 2 is 0. 0 times 0 is 0. Adding 2, 1, 0. So now I'm going to count how many places over my decimal is in my problem, because I have my final answer here. I have one space here, one space over here. So 1 plus the 1 would be 2 spaces over from the right going left in my answer. So I start here and I move once, twice, put my answer there. So my answer would be 0.12. If I'm using lattice, I'm going to still do 0.2 times 0.6. So I'm going to make my boxes. So 0, 2, 0, 6. So doing lattice, I'm doing 0 times 0 is 0. 2 times 0 is 0. 0 times 6 is 0. 2 times 6 is 12. Adding, I have 2, 1, 0, 0. I'm still going to look at my original problem. My original problem was 0.2 times 0.6, so I'm counting over once here, so 1 plus 1 is 2. In my answer, I have 0, 0, 1, 2. I'm starting over on the left, and or on the right-hand side, and I'm moving left once, twice, and I still get 0.12 as my answer, even with lattice. Okay, let's look at another example. Traditional method using that for 3.25 times 4.8. So I have 3.25 times 4.8. Okay, I'm going to multiply like normal without the decimals. So 8 times 5 is 40. 8 times 2, 16, plus 4 is 20. 8 times 3, 24, plus 2, 26. I'm done with my 8. I now have my placeholder 0. Moving over to the 4. 4 times 5 is 20. 4 times 2 is 8, plus 2 is 10. And then 4 times 3 is 12, plus 1 is 13. And then adding, we have 0, 0, 6, 5, 1. So 1, 5, 6, 0, 0. I'm just going to write this up here because I'm kind of got it run down there. 1, 5, 6, 0, 0 is the answer that I got. I'm going to go back into my original problem where the decimals are still in there and decide how many places over I need to put my decimal in my answer. So I'm going to look once, twice. This would be 2 places, and this is 1 place. So 2 plus 1 is 3. So in my answer, I start all the way at the end and move left 3 places, once, twice, 3 times. My answer is 15.600. Now I know in my answers, I don't necessarily have to put these zeros here. They're called trailing zeros, and we've talked about that in class. So I could just leave those out and you just have 15.6 as my answer. Using lattice, I have a 3 by 2. So 1, 2, 3. $3.25. Times 48. Okay, so I have 3 times 4 is 12, 2 times 4 is 8, 5 times 4 is 20, 3 times 8 is 24, 2 times 8 is 16, 5 times 8 is 40. Now I'm adding what's in these diagonals. So I have 0, 6 plus 4 is 10. I'm going to carry my 1, be my 0. 8 plus 1 is 9, plus 1 is 10, plus 4 is 14. Carry my 1. 2 plus 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5. And then we have a 1. Now, I forgot, I'm looking at my answers and I have a mistake. Right here I made a mistake. It should have been 8 plus 1 is 9, plus 1 is 10, plus 4 is 14, plus the 2 right there is 16. So that should be a 6. I just forgot to add the 2 there. So 15600 was my answer. Same thing I got with traditional. I'm looking at my original problem. I'm moving my decimal once, twice, and then once. So the 2 plus the 1 is the 3. I move it left here, 1, 2, 3. I get 15.600. I'm going to leave off my trailing zeros and I still get 15.6 as my answer. We will do some more examples of these tomorrow in class, and we will be splitting up into groups whether you use traditional method or lattice.